All right, we back with Goku Part 4, or Goku and DC Part 4, excuse me. And in this issue, Goku trains with Wonder Woman. All right, so we're going to pick up where we left off. All right, last time on Dragon Ball DC, you know, Goku was tasked with locating some green rocks that Lex Luthor had told him to search for. Basically, he had been hired by Lex Luthor to look for Kryptonite. But he doesn't know that's what it is at this point. It's at this point that the radar takes him to Themyscira, where he meets his first local, that being Wonder Woman. All right, the young Wonder Woman. They get into a skirmish. Goku realizes how strong the people on this rock are, at the very least Wonder Woman. You know, Wonder Woman gets overzealous, goes for a power stomp, which brings down that side of the mountain they were on, that side of the hill they were on, where she almost falls into water, where she hasn't quite learned how to swim. Goku saves her from the drop, but before they can have friendly conversation, the Amazons come back. The Amazon troops come there, grab him by the tail, and incapacitate him. All right, and now the Amazons are reporting to Hippolyta, Wonder Woman's mother, to see what they got to do to him. All right. And also, I just want to show y'all, I didn't know which thumbnail I wanted. I think I'm going to go with this one, but, pretty cool. Anyway, while we get to it, y'all know what to do. Like, share, comment, do all that. And if y'all want to donate, there's my cash app, Terry the Great 97. And let's get to the story. Okay, so the Amazons report to Hippolyta that they have an intruder that is trespassed on Themyscira, and it's a boy. All right, they're all on high alert, wondering if he's a spy, of course. And then she's like, of course it'd be a coward tactic for men to send a boy to do their dirty work. So she goes to interrogate Goku and see where he's from and why he's decided to trespass and throw his life away on the home of the Amazons. Goku's still upset, telling them that it was a cheap trick. It was a cheap shot to grab them by the tail, and it wasn't nice. Hippolyta's just asking him where he's from. Goku looks defiant, wondering that he's locked up for no reason, and he wasn't bothering anybody. It's at this point where Hippolyta says, you know what, we have ways of making people talk, and she brings out the lasso of truth. And with the lasso of truth, she throws it on Goku, of course. All right, to see why he's there and where he's from. And he begins to recollect his whole life story to the Amazons. All right, about how him crash landing on the Kent farm. All right, being brothers with Clark Kent, aka Superman. And he goes to the whole spiel, their whole life story about how Lex Luthor hired him to get to the Kryptonite, which is what led him to Themyscira. You can watch the other parts for more detail on that. And as he's recollecting his whole life story, Diana is eavesdropping on the conversation that he's telling her mother. All right. So afterwards, Hippolyta says, well, it seems to be the truth. All right. Now it's time to see what we have to do to you. But to be honest with you, it's looking grim for your future, because penalty of man trespassing the land of the Amazons is death. And she walks away. Also, by the way, I did all these artworks, so let me know if y'all like this more than the traditions of how I was doing it. Anyway, so she overheard the whole conversation, and Hippolyta walks off to think about what to do. It's at this point where she sits on her throne that she's approached by her daughter Diana, and Diana comes to tell her mother about what had transpired between her and Goku when they were fighting. All right, all the way up to the point where Goku has saved her life. She mentions that Goku saved her from drowning as the rock slide collapsed. Goku has saved her from drowning, and that she would more likely have been upstream had it not been for the monkey boy. All right, no doubt, because she would have tripped, and drowned after the downfall. But she was saved by Goku, their prisoner. Hippolyta thinks about this for a moment and decides that she'll change her previous statement on the execution of Goku that she had thought, and that all the Amazons pretty much wanted wholesale, and decides that instead he will be allowed to live, but Goku will not be allowed to leave the island because they don't know if he's a reconnaissance agent or whatnot. Even though the lasso of truth kind of did that for them, but it's to appease the Amazons. So now Goku has his life, but he's not allowed to leave Themyscira. Alright. Wonder Woman, Diana goes to tell Goku the news that he's free to go, but he's not allowed to leave. Goku's just surprised, once again saying, why can't I leave? I didn't do anything, and this isn't really fair. Diana just tells him to come with her. As they walk through the forest of the Amazons, Goku is looking around, incredulous of what to do, and Diana says, "So you like to fight? So do I. Let me take you somewhere to cheer you up." And that's where she takes them to the arena. Goku's eyes lights up at the idea of another challenge. Alright, so once they get into the arena, Wonder Woman draws their sword and gives Goku a battle staff. And they said they might as well spar, they might as well train and have battle. Alright, so they begin to clash, and that seems to be the ongoing theme now that since he's stuck and isolated on the island of Themyscira. Now he's just honing his battle skills, learning how to use weaponry, alright, and tactics, Amazonian tactics. Alright, little small time skip as they continue to clash with each other. Alright. On and on and on. Hardening their skills. Battle after battle. And this is when Goku realizes that this is definitely the closest thing he's had to an equal. He doesn't consider his brother Clark an equal because he knows that Clark is stronger than him. Alright. Especially now that he's become Superman. So they just continue to battle. And as they're battling, they're also forging a bond, sort of a battle bond. Like they're comrades. Alright. Their fights have even attracted the attention of the Amazons, saying that they're going to, acknowledging that they're going to grow up to be fine warriors someday. Alright, so Goku just day by day gets accustomed to his life as basically a prisoner of war, you could say. And the friendship between Goku and Diana is so much that they basically become best friends of sorts. They even sleep in the same rooms, different beds but the same rooms, and they talk to each other about, what they like to do, all this stuff. Goku starts talking more about his brother Clark, and that he's super strong. Diana tells Goku that she feels different than the other Amazons because there are no other kids really around her. Alright. And Goku even begins to grow on the Amazons, and they begin to train him also on how to combat multiple opponents at once, weapon combat and all types of sorts of things. Going hard on Goku, of course. So, he's kind of settling in of sorts. Goku also explores the nature and comes to find that they both have an affinity with animals, and they're becoming the best of friends. Alright, throughout this time. Happy as ever. And they still continue to train. And after a while, Goku remembers his mission and remembers that Lex's jetpack has an autopilot, and that he could just send the Kryptonite to, at the very least, he could send the Kryptonite back to Lex. Alright. So he gets the idea in his mind. He gets the radar, finds out where the Kryptonite was, remembering that it was somewhere located in the water. Diana offers to even go and help Goku on his mission. So they go out there to look for the Kryptonite, which he doesn't even know is Kryptonite this time. He just knows it as the alien green rock. And at the same time that they go to look for the Kryptonite, someone else has infiltrated the Amazon island without their knowing. Doctor Barbara Minerva, all right, who y'all probably know as Cheetah, but she isn't Cheetah yet. So Barbara Minerva is also coming here to look for the dagger of legend that she had heard about. All right, and she had also hired Giganta for protection. All right, hearing that the Amazon rainforest, or hearing that the land of the Amazons can be treacherous. So they go on pursuit. Dr. Barbara Minerva goes on pursuit of the dagger, wanting to find something that has not yet been found, to stamp her name in history. Meanwhile, Goku jumps the waterfall, looks for the water as he looks through the radar, swims for the location, trying to see where could it be. He sees something that looks similar to. He sees something that looks like the rock he had present, and that's where he finds the Kryptonite. But before he can celebrate, after he finds the Kryptonite, and Diana's up there because remember she can't swim, and before he can celebrate, when he finds the Kryptonite, the sound of a gunshot is heard and goes off. And while Goku's still under the water, Wonder Woman hears the gunshot and immediately runs towards the direction of the gunshot, wanting to see what had just transpired. Goku yells for Diana to wait up, but Diana ignores his cry, taking off running. All right, now in truth, what had happened was Dr. Barbara Minerva had shot a hog. All right, shot a wild boar. All right, saying, "Oh wow, so even the wildlife is aggressive," she states. All right, and then she's like, "Anyway, let's move on." And that's where they discover this abandoned, ruin-looking temple, where she goes, "This must be it," as she looks on a map. All right, as she looks on the map, and as they walk into the temple, they are interrupted by Diana of Themyscira. All right, Wonder Woman. And that's when Giganta tells her to beat it, to get lost, unless she wants to get hurt. Barbara Minerva, the doctor, just simply tells Giganta to take this outside. They don't want to damage the ruins. And she was like, also, you must be one of the Amazons. Wonder why they would send a child. So anyway, they take it outside. There's an explosion. Rubble goes around. And it's revealed that Giganta is more than just a regular woman, as she slowly begins to increase in size. And Wonder Woman realizes that she might be in over her head, but she picks up her sword anyway and says, "I will not allow you to destroy my home." All right. And then Goku hears the sound, hears the explosion, and wonders if he can make it to Diana in time. All right, and that will be to be continued. All right, I hope you guys liked it. Little short story. I'm going to get another one coming real soon. Hope you guys like the artwork I put in here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, then once again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and there's my Cash App if you want to send some. All right, I'm gone. Peace.